Hi, everybody. Great to be here, and thank you so much for inviting myself and to talk on behalf of Pivot. Just to tell you a little bit about who I am and what we do. Pivot, my name is Nimrita. I'm the founder of Pivot. Pivot is the first holistic global marketplace supporting people going through divorce and separation by connecting them with divorce coaches and other experts. Our goal is to save clients time, money, and reduce stress and overwhelm. What brought me here was my own difficult divorce and trauma journey, really. I went through a very difficult divorce at the same time as some other very traumatic life events. I lost my dad suddenly, entered into this divorce process, had to sell the family home, and all of this happened within the space of 4 months. Potentially even a shorter period. But I was really lucky that I had a strong support system and, was able to lean on friends and family around me and also professional experts. I relied on the support of my family and my friends and my community. Hi, Julia. Sorry, I can go back if you want me to, but this is our first page, a little bit about me. And we're now just talking about what got me through my own divorce journey before I go on to Pivot. It was really the experts and coaches around me, my family, friends, community, and my support system. I leaned heavily on, I was going through a lot of trauma at the time. So I had a lawyer, I had a therapist. My own personal situation was quite dysfunctional, my marriage, and so I had to lean on professional experts and support in order to get me through that period. So I'm not alone, obviously. Divorce is very common. 1 in 2 divorces, I think it's 1 in 2 marriages, sorry, I think 42% of marriages now, end in divorce. And no matter what kind of divorce you have, it's stressful, it's overwhelming, and can get very expensive very quickly. In the UK, divorce costs £96,000 in London per couple and £42,000 outside of London, and including ancillary costs. This data is from a recent report from Aviva Insurance, which was published recently. So it's a big industry, and it touches it's a big problem, a big industry, and it touches every family in some way, shape, or form. But it's still quite an underserved and neglected market. There's a lot of support out there, but it's fragmented and often hard to access. I realized that while going through my own journey, I realized that there is a lot of support out there, but the digital marketplace especially is very fragmented. People are still looking for support on Facebook groups, Discord chats, word of mouth, they're Googling. When I was going through it, I really was looking for a solution or looking for support, and I found it quite hard to find. I felt that the industry lacked a customer-facing, holistic category leader in the digital space. I saw that there were apps like Peanut for women's support, Untangle for grief support, Bloss for parenting, but there was no customer-facing, hand-holding category leader in the divorce space that was speaking to people going through the process on an emotional level in a way that they could, hear, listen, understand, empathize. So for me, I didn't feel that there was accessible support that was easy to find, really. And I really didn't resonate with any of the divorce products out there. They didn't speak to me as somebody in a vulnerable state of mind and being. I couldn't connect with any of the products out there on an emotional level, nor did I, feel that they held my hand through the process. So the idea for Pivot was born. I wanted to build build something. It was not, obviously didn't come up with a name at that point, and I wanted to build a holistic product for people who could access support in this digital world that we live in, and support people through divorce and separation and trauma and all the emotional journeys that they go on through this process. And I wanted to do that by connecting them with experts and coaches and in all the various fields that you need to access. And really our goal, as I said, is to save people time, money, and hold their hand through the divorce process and reduce overwhelm. So our goal is at Pivot, our goal is to provide holistic support, centralizing the multiple fragmented channels and resources that currently exist. We provide one-to-one human contact with a coach or expert, and we help people going through divorce uncover and access the right professionals for their own situation. And every situation is different. So Pivot is an integrated platform connecting people going through divorce with fully vetted, automatically matched experts, helping reduce cost and stress. Your divorce coach will know the process inside out and can guide you to the right experts on the platform, whether that's legal, financial, therapeutic, mental health, whatever you might need. We do have experts on the platform, coaches with wide networks themselves in this early stage. And according to the market research we've conducted, using a coach can save you on average 50% of typical divorce costs and reduce emotional stress by 75%. There is a need for systemic change, we feel, as people struggle to access prohibitively expensive legal support, and the industry is fragmented. Divorce coaching, as you all know, is a fast-growing space, but lacks standardization, digitization, and regulation. And we're uniquely positioned to harness an opportunity to consolidate this fragmented divorce wellness industry also. And our mission really is to create positive economic impact by tackling the lack of access to high-value divorce services. Pivot fills a gap in existing offerings by providing a service that's accessible and provides holistic and wraparound support, emotional, financial, legal, and mental health support, and really helping people to spend their money wisely if they do need to see a lawyer. And of course, it's very often it's necessary to make sure that they do so in the most efficient way possible, really. A lot of people lean on lawyers for emotional support, but that's not what your lawyer is there for, really. So a coach can guide you and work alongside your legal team if necessary, or if legal support is not necessary, help you through the process without going to lawyers. Every situation is different, as I said. So in terms of the market that we're working with, there are 130,000 divorces in the UK per year. This turns out to become a £7 billion industry, which and the UK taxi market is a £7.5 billion industry. So Uber, the market that Uber are working in. So there's a lot of money being spent here, but not spent hugely efficiently. Globally, this is with ancillary services, £200 billion. Our technology can serve any person going through divorce, from DIY divorces to those using professional legal services. The traditional billable hours legal system still exists. However, people do need a whole range of support, and people want a transparent and streamlined way of navigating divorce proceedings and finding that support. At Pivot, we're starting with divorce coaching and consulting services, offering fixed-fee divorce support and coaching packages. And as we grow, we will expand our offering to encompass all areas of divorce, including the following areas, which are independent financial advisors, assisted divorce mediation, therapeutic services, alternative therapies, and property advisors. We are early stages, but we have received some interest from the media, already securing tier 1 coverage in the last month in Stylist magazine, and we've experienced significant demand from a diverse range of coaches eager to join our platform since launching. it seems like the coaches are really keen to see a solution like this in the marketplace, or a product like this. And we, from feedback from the market, we believe that our unique tone of voice resonates strongly with the market, with professionals and end users. So speaking to people on this emotional level really seems like it speaks to the person going through this process. Just a little bit of research and background into how we arrived here. So I'll talk to you a little bit about the divorce journey and the problem, which of course you all know very well, and this, how we arrived at the solution, as they say in startup terminology. So here we have an illustrative journey map, which we've mapped out, showing pain points and gain points in the process. In the startup world, we're often trying to solve a problem, and businesses and companies are built around solving a problem, which obviously leads to the birth of innovation and new ideas. My problem was that I found it hard to navigate divorce, and I was overwhelmed and couldn't find easily accessible digital solutions that worked for me and many people amongst people that I know going through the same process. So here is an illustrative journey of that divorce process, and the journey map takes us from the relationship breakdown through the divorce process and out through the post-divorce transition. Generally, people go in cold and blind and feel a deep sense of pain, uncertainty, and panic. These pain points generally continue and get worse and worse. Eventually, as you learn more and adapt to your new life and your new way of being and develop a certain tolerance for the life stage you're in, you kind of go through it, muddling through, and you might reach a rock bottom at some point. We would hope that then things improve as you go through the journey and acclimatize of sorts and make some sort of progress. Really what we've seen here is that what our goal is to elevate these pain points and, really rise the person up before they get into that downward spiral, really. In order to do that, key insights that we've seen are that planning is key, knowledge is key, information is key, and support is key. The better informed you are at the start, the better your outcome and experience will be. So, in looking at how we solutionize really for this major problem, we really look at how do we elevate and improve this problem space for people, and how do they get to that gain point, of lower the pain points and get to gain points a bit quicker. We've done lots of research throughout our. I'll just talk to you a little bit about the research that we did now, and how we arrived at the divorce coach and expert solution, and the one-to-one kind of human contact solution that we've come to throughout the process of building a product to solve the problem. Our framework has always been, and analysis has been based on human-centered design. And this is an approach to problem solving and innovation that involves designing solutions with a deep understanding of the people who will use them. In human-centric design, designers immerse themselves in the lives and experience of the users to gain insights into their needs, desires, and challenges. And this user-centric approach helps us to ensure that the final product or solution is intuitive, effective, and meaningful to the people that it serves. As such, we conducted months and months of market research into end users, coaches, lawyers, and sent out hundreds of surveys, did one-to-one, interviews with a whole host of people in order to deeply understand their problem and their psyche, really. obviously the divorce process is fundamentally human and is laden with emotional, financial, and legal distress. We, by going through this human-centered design, we ensure that whatever solution we've come to is, empathetic and understanding. We've got lots of testimonials, and we've also seen that through our research into the divorce coach and consultant industry, it is very fragmented. You have some celebrity divorce coaches, and it's clear that a problem needs to exist based on the client's needs as opposed to the needs of professionals or coaches or individuals in the space. So currently we're ideating, prototyping. We've built a product, and we will continue to iterate on that product until we really reach somewhere which serves the market and the end user effectively and meaningfully. So when building our platform, we have 4 pillars to our solution, and they address key challenges in the divorce industry. Firstly, it recognizes the complex interconnectedness. So we aim to develop comprehensive solutions that cater to the entire ecosystem, from individuals navigating to the process to the professionals who are guiding them. Secondly, we've taken feedback from stakeholders, particularly lawyers, therapists, and the predominantly female, really, divorce coaches with personal experiences. This informs our understanding of the people-centric needs within the industry. Thirdly, while the industry shows digital readiness with new niche platforms, and however there is a noticeable lack of cohesion among all the platforms that currently exist, signaling that there are opportunities for improvement. While the industry does hold significant potential, that's a really large, I think we've done some research which says that this divorce coaching industry will become a £100 million industry by 2025. There is major concern around fragmentation and lack of standardization that could hinder the growth of the industry. So really, we're working to tackle that. The objective of our platform of our digital platform for divorce coaches and resources is to establish a centralized, reliable space for individuals seeking divorce-related assistance, prioritizing quality, transparency, and accessibility. The platform features verified coach profiles with background checks and qualification details, allowing users to find the right fit based on specialization. Additionally, it includes a resource library with guided pathways, templates, and tools and learning modules covering emotional coping, financial planning, and legal processes. This is obviously all a work in progress, where we're starting from we have a starting point, and we'll expand on that as we grow and develop and build this out. We also will have community forums and support groups, expert Q&A sessions, Ask Me Anything sessions, and regular interactions with professionals. We have a matching algorithm currently and in the roadmap, which ensures users are paired with the most suitable coaches. Stakeholders benefit from access to reliable resources and coaches, enhanced credibility and clientele for coaches, and a dependable platform for lawyers and therapists to direct clients to for comprehensive support. So what is our value proposition for end users, for the people going through divorce, coming to the platform, and also for stakeholders? What have we learned, really? So, and we essentially what we see here, we've established that the pain points for the end user are that they require hand-holding, they're emotionally overwhelmed, they're unable to kind of manage the situation themselves, given that they lack prior knowledge and legal and financial support, and it's really a very overwhelming state of mind with your whole life in some kind of tornado situation. People don't get the holistic advice that they need from online, and they don't get neutral advice. So it leads to people making poor decisions and leading to greater financial or personal losses. And people really lack the capacity to manage the logistical and administrative burden of divorce. So how can a divorce coach help? They would derive the best holistic divorce outcome based on the client's needs, objectives, and situations. Looking at it from a 360-degree point of view. They would minimize personal and financial costs and risks, and also protect them and improve the mental health and well-being at each stage of the client, and reduce the stress and time and overwhelm, really. Sorry. So in terms of pain points for other stakeholders, examples of this are businesses that are being affected by lost productivity, and professionals, the coaches themselves, the experts in the marketplace who might struggle with customer acquisition. And how can this platform help the other stakeholders? We can serve businesses in our roadmap, and also the professionals on the platform, with lead generation, CRM tools, customer relationship management tools, and sector elevation in general. In terms of our solution, our platform functionality, the basic functionality is tailored expert guidance and education at each stage of the process, and end-to-end project management, coordination and practical support, face-to-face or virtual text or tech-driven support also, and a referral system to other professionals. And also just emergency support if necessary. So that's a little bit about the background, how we arrived at the problem, a bit about how we did our research, and how we've arrived at the solution, which is this digital platform that we're building. We have here an appendix with some web and app screens, and we'd love it if you go onto the platform, have a look at it, tell us what's wrong with it, tell us what's right with it, and give us all the feedback you can, really, because this is an iterative, collaborative process that we're working on, and really rely on the whole ecosystem to elevate the space and help end users get to better outcomes for themselves and their families. And with that, I am finished, and thank you so much for listening. I think I stopped screen sharing now. There are two of me in this meeting, so I think that's Ramesh. But I hope you all enjoyed that, and thank you so much for inviting me, and I hope it was helpful and useful and informative for everybody.
Thank you very much. Are there any questions from anybody?
I don't have any questions, but I do think it's a great thing what you are doing, because having worked in this space for several years, I know how vulnerable clients are, and there is so much in the online space, especially since COVID, and lots of people were advertising their services online, and you never know when whether that person is reliable or where they got their qualifications from, and so on. And knowing that there is a platform that can give you reliable and trustworthy information, that those professionals have been vetted, I think it's a good thing and could bring some comfort to the people facing that difficult situation. So thank you.
Thank you. Thank you so much for having me. It was really a pleasure. Hi, Sally.
Hi. I just thought I would say, I wasn't aware of your presentation. I've just logged on for thinking it was starting at 10.
Oh,
So I'll have to watch it back because I'm interested. So maybe that explains the lack of people because I wasn't aware that it started at 10.
maybe people thought it started at 9.
Sorry, started at
Didn't
what time
realize
did you
it
start?
started. Yeah. Go.
Yeah. So the timetable that I received just had the first session as Tom at 10 o'clock.
Oh no.
So I'll have to watch it back. How
Yeah.
do we access
Lots
the
of people are
recording?
coming.
It'll be online on Monday,
Right.
once I've got
Okay.
everything edited and
Oh gosh, it seems everyone's arriving
So
now.
people are coming on now thinking
Yeah.
it's 10. That's such a shame,
Oh.
but at least it's there and we can all access it.
Yes, yes.
Okay.
yeah, I'll
Thank
set
you.
up a DCA YouTube account. And it'll all
Right.
be on there,
Okay.
including yesterday's.
Perfect.
Morning.
Morning, Lydia.
Hi.
So
I'm
Lydia,
kicking off, aren't I, at 10?
Namrita just kicked off at 9:30, but you are starting at 10.
Oh,
Let me
okay.
just stop the recording.